Hey, it's Mina, and this is your June 2020 horoscope prediction video for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. If you are not sure what your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs are, in the description box below, I will link a natal chart creator that you can use to figure those signs out. The way that I do my monthly horoscope prediction videos is I start out with your theme and the lessons that you're learning of June of 2020, and then we will work with divine wisdom to figure out the challenges and the energies that you should be releasing or embracing this month. Then we'll move into more specifics such as your mindset, home and family, romance and love, as well as career and finance. Okay, let's begin. Starting out with your theme of June 2020. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, theme of June 2020. The Six of Pentacles. So there may be someone in your life that is offering you quite a great gift, but I would recommend looking further into it or giving it a bit because I think they have ulterior motives. It's almost like a too good to be true type of situation. This could also represent that you have to deal with someone who is abusing their position or power in June of 2020. There's definitely going to be someone who's a bit too greedy, and then someone who's going to be a bit too gullible and take that on, and you're going to be kind of caught up in this situation. You have a pretty good sixth sense about people, though, Scorpio, so use that to your advantage and don't let them take advantage of you. So lessons that you're learning through this. Whew. The High Priestess, not surprising there. All about using your own intuition, diving into what you already know to be true by trusting your gut. So I would say this situation is literally occurring to strengthen up your intuition in June of 2020. You are going to be having to combine your natural common sense with that intuition to figure out how to get out of this situation. All right, wisdom from the divine. What do your spirit guides have to say, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? The Three of Wands reversed. You've been feeling fairly frustrated with the lack of progress going on in your life lately, and this is your guide's way of saying it's getting ready to move forward. You have not been trusting your intuition as much as you should potentially, and looking at things in a more logical perspective instead of using that strong water sign type intuition, and they are pushing you back towards that. You may be feeling like you're being haunted by your past, or that past things that you had dealt with before are cropping up again. And again, this is guide's way of telling you this is all to help you develop this intuition and to use that gut feeling. Let's talk about the challenges you're going to face. The Four of Pentacles. You've been holding on to either people, possessions, or situations, and it's time to let those things go. Something tells me if it's a person, they've burned you before, but you've kind of been holding on to them in hopes that things would get better. And this situation is happening to make it so that that person's cut out of your life. So it's going to be really hard for you this month. You are going to have to get rid of some things that you've been holding on to for a while. And it's kind of almost like your guides are saying, tough luck, kid, it's time to let go. So whatever this thing is that you've been holding on to that you know is not right for you, they're just going to rip it away from you in June of 2020, unfortunately. And it's going to be like unreconcilable type of situation where you've just got to let it go. I would also say it's going to be a challenge for you to put up boundaries with people, and that could also be what it's talking about, or putting up boundaries at work, saying, I will not do this anymore. And so that is what your challenge is this month, is to make sure that you're putting up healthy boundaries with others. What energies to release or embrace? Mary, Expect to see some synchronicities and step into those, whatever you're seeing happening around you that match up together. Yes, that is happening for a reason. Pay attention to it. If you need to Google, why am I seeing 333? Or if you need to Google, why have 5 people told me the exact same phrase this month, then definitely do that. Try to figure out why guides are showing you those things on repeat and what you're supposed to be learning from them. You're accountable for your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. So remember that when you see synchronicities or you see miracle type things, that there is a spiritual side that is rooting for you. And also, Mary was the great creator. So you have a good energy of creation. And once you deal with this past karma, embrace the idea that you can create a better reality. Don't sit around thinking, I can't let this person go. I don't want to step into something that I'm unfamiliar with. Let it go and realize that you have the ability to create something that's so much better and that's not going to hurt you anymore. Okay, moving into the specifics this month, starting with your mindset. That was fast. The 8 of Pentacles reversed. I think this is answering the question of what mindset you're going to be drawn to the most in June of 2020. And unfortunately, some of you are focusing way too much in one particular area or on one particular person, and it's kind of poisoning the rest of the aspects of your life. You are holding on so tightly to this one aspect of life that the other parts are suffering. I would very much recommend trying to get yourself out of that mindset, balancing your life and taking breaks from this topic. Do whatever you need to do to get your mindset off of that. If it's reading a book, if it's watching a TV show or a movie for a little bit, just to keep your mind off of it, and then try changing things up drastically after you take some time to get your mind off of it and move on to something else. Because if not, then you're going to see a lot of stagnation in June of 2020, and we definitely don't want that. If you have been kind of apathetic or lazy or whatever about life, there are going to be some consequences for that going into June 2020. So just be aware of that. And if you are being a bit lazy about things, then it's time to get up and start moving. Maybe that's just, doing a chore that's easy for you. And then maybe that will spur more inspiration to do more things. All right, home and family life. The Strength card, I love that dragon. If there's been a lot of rocky fights amongst your family or fights amongst the people that you are currently living with, that is going to be alleviated. You are going to see everyone kind of being raised up and strengthened around you. You're facing down any issues or problems or conflicts you had before, and you're approaching relationships with these people in a much healthier way. Remember that strength comes in many different forms. So for some of you, the bond is actually strengthening. For others of you, this is referring to you are strengthening and hardening against that person. I'm hearing and seeing maybe an abusive parent or uncle or aunt type of situation, and you are strengthening yourself against them, and you are not letting them impact you in the way that they once did, and you're not taking anything lying down anymore. You are stronger, you are better than you have been previously. I also think that some of you are going to look on these people who were horrible to you, whether that be a parent or some kind of an older adult in your life, with more of a lens of compassion and understanding where they're coming from. That doesn't mean that you forgive them or forget what they've done to you. It just means you're being aware of how they felt, and you're not letting their drama affect you anymore. You're saying, no thanks, I feel bad for you that happened to you, but that has nothing to do with me, and I'm going to walk away now. So good for you, Scorpio. Okay, romance. Ooh. The Two of Swords. An oracle card for romance. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. June of 2020. Romance. The Phoenix. If you're in a relationship, you guys are currently at a stalemate. There's something that you cannot agree on, and you're both kind of going to your corners and taking some time to think about what you want to move into next. And when I see the Phoenix card, that just represents the root chakra to me. So for some reason, this decision is triggering some fear and anxiety in you. So it's time to strengthen up your root chakra so that you can feel safe and secure again before you really make this decision, because I feel like right now your fear is taking over and it's clouding your judgment. It's okay to take some time and disagree with your partner for a bit and both of you take a break. That don't go to bed angry with each other is an absolutely absurd idea. Sometimes you do need to take a break so that you don't say things that you're going to regret to one another. If you're single, you're looking at making a decision between two potential partners, maybe. Maybe you've got two things going here and you're trying to figure out who's best for you. I think this also could be you trying to make a choice between work and dating again, or something else in your life and dating again. And the reason that you're not making that step forward is, again, because of a fear or anxiety kind of clouding that judgment and making you think it's impossible for you to date and do everything else in your life. It is not. You're strong, Scorpio. It's not impossible for you to do all the things that you want to do. So believe in yourself. Absolutely do not let fear and anxiety tell you that you're not capable. That is just old negative energies popping up and getting involved in your life and trying to snuff out your light. So don't let them do that to you. You are brave and fearsome and you can take on it all. All right, finance and career. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, June 2020, career and money. Ooh. The Justice card reversed. And let's pull a Oracle Clarifier. The Starfish. She's popping out a lot this month, the Starfish. You're being treated unfairly at work. Justice is not being served at work. You are being blamed for someone else's shortcomings. You are being thrown under the bus when someone else made the mistake. I think this person is the Starfish. So this would be a shallow, kind of superficial person who's relied predominantly on either their wealth or their looks for the majority of their life, and they are unable to actually be able to rise to the occasion. And they are very much in the negative side of the Starfish energy, and it is creating a situation where you have to make up for their shortcomings. And for a portion of you guys, this is just denoting that you are focused way too much on either work or home and you're neglecting the other. So be aware that you need to be fair to both sides of your life, keeping it balanced. Justice always kind of reminds me of this Libra mindset. So keeping a fair and balanced outlook on things. Also, not a good time to invest. Like I said, someone might be presenting you with a sort of exciting offer over here. It's not a good time to invest your money. So if the offer is money-based or career-based, then take a second, take a look into it, and really trust that intuition before making any decision, Scorpio. Let's roll the dice to see if we can get any more information. The Astro dice. We have Virgo, the 10th house or Capricorn. Lots of earth energy here. Venus, which is ruled by Taurus, and Libra. Libra again. So this could just mean that Libra, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn are also in your sun, moon, and rising sign. But this is a lot of earth energy, so I think this is referring back to your job. So they just have some more to say about your job specifically. Communications in coworker relationships are going to be tricky, and they're going to be very important. You need to listen to what your coworkers or those around you are saying and actually hear the truth of what they're saying and not the words that are coming out of their mouth, if that makes sense. So they may be saying one thing, but their intention is something else, and you need to start using this high priestess energy to figure out what they're truly saying and suss out who's on your side and who is not. So it is time to be extra judgy. But judgy with your intuition, not judgy with your ego. That's a very important key difference here. You are really going to be listening, and if it feels like, I think they're pulling my leg here, I think they're being absolutely absurd, you're probably right. Just trust your instincts on this one. Alrighty, those are all the messages I have for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. If this video resonates with you, go ahead and like this video. Leave me a comment down below if you have any more questions about this sneaky sort of trickery type person that's happening in June 2020. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like more monthly horoscope readings as well as pick a card readings. I post every Wednesday and Sunday, so check out those pick a card readings. Those are always really fun and very exciting to film. If you would like a more personalized reading, because this is just more of a general reading here, you can go to my website at www.minanixtarot.com to get a personal reading with me. I hope you guys have a great month, and I know you guys are going to be able to suss this person out because you're pretty good detectives naturally, Scorpio. All right, I'll see you next month. Bye.